Today I am loading up a truck with sand. I'm still working, doing some digging and stuff over here at this horse farm. Buddy of mine that lives about half a mile away. As the crow flies, about 1.5 miles driving. His neighbor farmer dug this pond out, and it's all sand that comes out. Very little dirt, just a couple feet of dirt on top, and the rest of it's sand. They had a big excavator here and dug all this sand out last week. And so what we're doing is, we just did one load. We're going to do some more, backing a big dump truck right in here. Just backing it in, and then I'm up there, since the dump truck is pretty tall. We're just using this area as a ramp. We just did one load. I'm waiting for him to come back. I just kind of cleaned up things around here a little bit while he was gone dumping. And I got something here. I'm not used to working in sand, but there's a lot of water in this sand. See that? I should have worn boots instead of shoes like this. Now I got a soft spot over here. Look, at water's just coming up out of it right there. See that? Look at this. I don't like that. I saw that when I was kind of packing it with the shovel a little bit. I mean the bucket. I saw it doing that, and I thought, this ain't so good. I could wind up getting my machine stuck in here. Need help getting it out. Stuff hasn't drained out long enough. Done about 5 or 6 loads already, and he should be back here in just a minute for another load. But I've been scooping up some of this wet sand and throwing it in another area and bringing back dry sand. I've been throwing it up here so that it'll dry out a little faster. And I'm bringing the dry sand back over here to fill in these low spots where I'm scooping this. This water is just draining out of these heaps of sand. They dug it up last week. I was here. Pretty good sized pond you can see over there. Here he's coming back for another load now. Yeah, it works out pretty good. One rancher wants the sand for his horse arena, and the other one wants to make his pond bigger. There might be more work for me in this too, because this guy that's doing the pond doesn't know a whole lot about fish ponds. I don't claim to know a whole lot, but I've been doing fish ponds a few years now, but just kind of roughing it. That's a pretty sloppy scoop of sand there. I think I'm going to throw that in the truck. This is where they're spreading the sand out. Well, you can't really tell where we put that French drain. They've already got that covered up. But it was right down the middle of this. Probably standing on it. Alan, you're on YouTube.
Oh.
This is a camera right here.
Oh, I was like, is it there?
No, right here. You see it?
Yeah.
I can cut it out if you want, but I haven't put the other one in when I was sitting over here watching you guys the other day. That one, I don't have time to do the editing yet. We are reducing this pile of sand. I'm sure you're getting a lot of wind noise. Sorry about that, but we got this ramp trimmed down to right there what it is. I'm going to change the shape of the ramp right now. I'm going to cut this corner off and just go straight back in that way. Take a bunch of this off. Can't go back any farther because I don't want to take a chance on the truck. Anything going wrong with the truck and it going in there. I'm sure it won't, but need that backstop there. But we can move over this way quite a bit, and I'm going to do that right now while they're I just filled another load. I don't know how many loads we did today, probably 20, 25 maybe, I don't know. Pretty good sized truck. This is, I think, the last load today. 6:45 is the time in the evening. I don't know if we can see what's going on with these glasses. I have to open the window, make sure the camera is focusing on the job and not on the window. The window's dirty. Oh well, we got a lot done today. Well, we're back on it again Sunday. Normally I go to church on Sunday, but he needs to get this done, and I need the money so I can pay taxes. And he doesn't have a driver today, so I'll be doing both, loading and driving. This is the farmer's tractor. I don't know if he's a farmer or not. He's just the guy that owns this property that we're getting the sand from. Digging this pond. I don't think he's a farmer. He just has horses. He owns a couple of houses over that way, the other end of the field. I am about done with this, I think, for today. The man with the horse arena or rodeo that we're working on says 2 more loads, and we just left with one of them. The guy that owns this property is driving the truck right now back and forth for us, so I'm just waiting for him to bring it back. We got stuck. That's why his tractor is here. We got stuck in this ramp because it's just too soft, and when we put the weight on it, it sinks down and just mashes in, and it won't pull out of there. So he had to go get his tractor, and I couldn't push it out with the bobcat, so he got his tractor. If I could have gotten behind it, but that pile of dirt was behind it. If I could have got behind it, maybe I could have lifted up on it. I don't think it's going to help any. That'll only lift about 2 tons. And we had probably 15 or more tons of dirt loaded in our sand in the truck. But the tractor did pull it out. And man, I'm having trouble remembering how big this pile was when we started. And I don't know if we're going to be in on that pile or not. I'm going to send the drone over after a while, get some air shots of all of this. I can do that from my house because I just live about half a mile over that way. No more than 3/4 of a mile across a big field.